how's it going? So I'm driving and just a few thoughts on how I try to be. So while I'm driving now, when I remember, I try to be in my core. I'm in my stomach. And obviously I forget and I go off into my mind, and my mind is the future or it's the past. It's daydreaming. It's things that may never happen, that maybe I want to happen, that maybe I don't want to happen, that maybe that did happen. None of it really matters. There are obviously times when we need to contemplate or consider a situation, find a solution to a situation. And that is the benefit of the mind, or ideally it's the benefit of the heart mind, so that there's spirit's guidance and there's instinct and intuition with the mind. It's not just an analysis. So I'm sure anyone listening to this, we know what it's like to overthink, I want that job, I really want that job, but it's this, but it's that, and we can spend hours going over the pros and cons, and we really don't know. So that's all mind. That's when the heart is not connected, when there is no instinct, and when we're lost in the ego, in the mind. So now, when I drive this car, I'm in my stomach. I'm driving this car from being in my body. I can feel the gear stick, I can feel the steering wheel. I can see, without having to analyze everything that I see and name them, or name colors or trees or cars. It's a splash of color. I already know how to drive a car. I already know the warning signs or what to look out for. I don't need to have an internal dialogue about everything I see and what I should do and what I shouldn't do. So I'm witnessing. But ultimately, what I'm seeking or trying to do more and more is that when I meet you, or when I communicate with you, that I'm communicating with you from my stomach, from my core. So I'm totally present with you. That's the intention. That's what I'm working towards. So when I listen to you, I'm listening to you with my core. I'm not listening to you, or I'm trying to not listen to you from my mind with a list of analysis and questions and how I'm going to respond to you, or what really intelligent, spiritual, smart thing I'm going to say to you. I'm trying to just allow you to communicate. So when I witness you, if I walk up to you, I'm witnessing you through my core. I'm aware of my core, of my stomach, of my solar plexus, of my heart area. Because you as a being are presenting a frequency to me. We don't need to name it, it doesn't really matter, but it's going to activate me in some way, in some fashion. And if I can be present with me, if I can witness how I feel or what's passing through me when I encounter you, I can be present with you. If I'm not present in my own body, well then I'm in my mind. And if I'm in my mind, ultimately I'm not with you. I'm thinking, maybe I'm thinking about you, maybe I'm thinking about what you say, or how you look, or how I look, or what I'll do tomorrow, or what I'm going to have for dinner. I'm not present with you. So the aim is to be on earth. The aim is to be in the body. And there's so much to explore in this. So even if you think that you're present with your partner or with your kids or driving your car, allow the possibility that there's more presence to be had. Allow the possibility that there's more doorways that you don't even know exist yet, that maybe some moment you're going to find yourself, ooh, this now is a deeper experience. So we're taking that ideally into every situation. You know, if we're present with someone who's in pain, that we're in our body, we're present with what they're reflecting to us. We're not trying to fix them or cheer them up or reassure them. The only reason we would be doing those things is because we are in pain. We're uncomfortable because they're uncomfortable. So we try to set them at ease. So how about allowing them to be in pain? Honoring how they feel. And grounding ourselves, being at peace with ourselves in this person's pain. And then in tune, we can be calm. We are calm. And we're grounded with them. We're of more use to them. Our energy is different. So imagine if you're with your kids or you're with a lover. Maybe I'll separate those two examples. So maybe you're with your kids and yeah, your kids are in pain or they're fucking tormenting you or they're busy. So what's going on in you to be present and to witness how you feel in that intense or frustrating situation? To be present with you and allow and witness the turmoil in you, the confusion or the frustration or the anger. And if you're with a lover, you know, rather than seeking their love or affirmation, to witness within yourself. And ultimately then you're more present with them to appreciate wherever they are. That goes a long way, you know, to touch, to sex, all those degrees of intimacy, of actually just, wow, feeling what it's like to actually touch someone without getting carried away with the thoughts or the chemicals, the addiction. The human being, the human body is addicted to all that chemistry. It wants the chemistry. Give me the adrenaline, give me the orgasm, give me the climax, give me all this. Where's the presence with the other person? You know, life is fucking short. And each of these encounters are all limited. The time is limited. Our kids are grown up. Our relationships are ending. We part, as a friend of mine often says, passing ships in the night. You know, we're passing each other. So the more grounded and in my core I can be, in my human body I can be, when I'm around people, the more present I can be with them and the more I can appreciate their company and glean whatever there is from that experience. You know, the laughter of that person, the smile of that person, the frustration or anger of that person. Whatever it is that consciousness is presenting to me, that I can really live that moment. Anyway, thanks for listening. Any questions, put them below. If you feel moved to make a donation, there's a PayPal link below, a cup of coffee, if this moves you on your journey. There's also a link for my newsletter. And in the coming weeks, I'm trying to redo this whole social media thing and the website and so on, to be a bit more productive and a bit more organized. So we'll see what happens. Be well.